really good at making it seem like you're not picking, but you are. And it was crazy because, I don't know, I just know the energy I was getting and the version I was getting was weird, shady from a person who's 3 times my age. Like, what is that? Low key illegal? Like, you're supposed to be paying people. Hey guys, welcome back. So, as you all know, if you watched my last few videos, I am not working at the salon anymore. So my last day was last Thursday. It was supposed to be last Friday. Well, okay. Let me put a little disclaimer out, okay? This is a video where I need to get some things off of my chest. I am about to enter a new chapter, and I'm not trying to bring the negative energy with this old chapter that I just finished into the new chapter. So, disclaimer, if you do not want to hear me chatting about not the most positive things, then I suggest you click off this video. But if you want to hear the real tea of all the extra weird shadiness things that I had to endure and experience at the salon, then keep watching. So, like I was saying, my last day was supposed to be Friday, the 22nd, but my last day ended up being Thursday, the 21st. So, mysteriously, my last 2 clients that were on Friday canceled. Now, a few times this has happened where, let me first just say this, like, obviously me working at the salon, none of the clients there are really my clients. Like, yes, I'm doing them, and 2 girls had left before me, so there was like too many clients, not enough lash techs. So none of these clients are mine, mind you, which I knew that going in. But it was like a few times where I had someone on my books and they were moved off because you're short a person or you need an extra person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. Like, one, if you're running a business, you really shouldn't need to work as hard as the workers because you're the owner. Like, you should be able to move how you want, not work as hard as we're working, doing overtime. Like, that just don't make sense to me. And that's not how I would run my business. The whole point of having people up under you is so you don't have to work as hard. But to each their own, okay? It's not the fact that the clients were moved. It was just like the communication and like the sneakiness behind it. Instead of saying like, hey, Destiny, I don't have anyone at this time, so I'm just going to go ahead and move your client to my books. And I would have been like, okay, cool. But it's like the fact that nothing was said is what makes it weird, okay? I did gain a lot of lessons experiencing these weird and shadiness, but like, it's just crazy, okay? So, last 2 clients ended up not being my last day on Friday, ended up being Thursday because both of them somehow canceled, okay? Right. My money was late several times. I had to ask and it was forgotten. Like, there are not 20 people working at that salon, mind you, like literally not even 10 people. So how do you forget to pay somebody multiple times? Like, you're too busy out traveling, doing extracurricular activities instead of paying your employees. And I think that's so unprofessional. There was a time, one of the times, it happened several times, mind you, like 3 or 4 times where I had to ask, like, it was 2 days late, like, hey, I'm reaching out for my paycheck from the past week. Like, the fact that I have to do that more than once, like, yeah, life happens, people get busy, people do genuinely forget, but more than once, it's like, you're doing too much and you're clearly not focused on what you need to be focused because you're too busy doing whatever, right? So one time I had to ask, I was the only person that didn't get their money. So it made me feel like it was purposefully done. So when I reached out, it seemed like, oh, I'm so sorry, let me get that to you, right? And it was an apology added in there. So I didn't reply because it's like, I feel like it was a power move. Like, you wanted me to ask you because I worked a lot that week. Now my paychecks had an average for the most part. There were some weeks where I had a lot of clients, so it was way higher than the average. And there was a couple weeks where I had 3, 4 clients the whole week, so it was way under. Now I don't have any bills right now, right? Y'all know, moved back in at my home, my hometown home. So any money is good money right now. Like the whole point was to save some money. So it's like I already wasn't trying to be greedy, but it was like you're feeling some type of way because I had a lot of clients and I made a lot of money this week. So it was a power move. You wanted me to ask you for my money. So it's crazy that I thought that. So then the next day when it was a in-person interaction, it was another like, oh, I wanted to say again that I was sorry for not sending it on time. I wanted to say that in person. Like, no, you want to try to act like you're being genuine because I peeped you and I didn't reply to your apology. So I just think, and that's like, what is that, low-key illegal? Like, you're supposed to be paying people when you say that they're going to get paid, and you forgetting multiple times. And then like, it wasn't just me on that one time, it was just me, but I'm talking about the other times it wasn't just me, and people are reaching out to you and you're not replying because you're out doing whatever. Like, that's just so unprofessional to me. The supplies, if I'm running a business and we use a certain amount of supplies, if there are a certain amount, okay, I'm talking too fast because I'm really like if there are certain supplies that get used more than others, it only makes sense to always have those supplies in stock. Okay, don't be cheap about the supplies that get used the most. Duh, everybody knows that. Do they not? Do y'all know that? Because on a smaller level, I've ran my own business since I've been lashing. So if I know I use a lot of a certain size, I'm going to always have that size. That, like, you just can't be cheap with your supplies. And when something was said, not only from me, but from someone else, when something was said like, hey, we need such and such, it's, oh yeah, I forgot to order, or the order is late. Like, oh Lord, I just can't, okay? I just cannot. It was a lot of super pettiness and shadiness, passive aggressiveness. Y'all remember my video about so-called trying to tell me that I need to humble myself? Really crazy. Because please don't worry about how I view myself. If that makes you feel uncomfortable, like, then you need to do some inner work. You trying to humble me and making me feel like, oh, you think that you're all that, you need to come down a couple notches. No, absolutely not. That is completely separate from, oh yeah, I need to get better in this area, or I need to learn, I wasn't doing this right, how can I do it better? Like, that is completely separate from being humble. You can still be proud of yourself and the work that you have done and still want to learn and be better. You don't gotta, like, girl, please, no, bro. Oh, also, so like I said, 2 girls left before I got there. So it was too many clients, right? Too many clients, not enough flash text. That's the whole point of you posting a position for someone to be hired, because you clearly need more workers. So I have worked for myself, like I said, 7 years, okay? If you don't really count this year, right? This past year, because I had I was only working since January, but like, I've been lashing, we'll say 6 years, okay? We won't even count the last 11 months. 6 years was working for myself. I had to do all the thinking, the buying the supplies, the booking, just all that entails with running your own business, all of the thinking, right? When I was planning on working somewhere else, it was a weight lifted off my shoulders because I didn't have to do none of the thinking, no buying, no supplies, no booking. I just had to go to work, lash, and leave. And apparently that was an issue. Like, but from my point of view, it's like, one, you are short people. So you really need me. Yes, I need this job because I am in need of some money so I can save. So it's really a two-way street. So the point of me saying all this is I was not being greedy when I went in there. I wasn't trying to get all the clients. If everyone else was booked and I was the last person, the last option for someone to book, I was cool with that. Like, I'm gonna get some money regardless. Any money is good for me. Like, I don't gotta be the most booked thing in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already went in there chilling because I know I had a lot of experience. I wasn't trying to, people, when they first meet me, they get the impression like, oh, she thinks she's all that, when really, like, that's not even how I try to present myself. I just be doing me. So there was when I was explaining that, like, but in a professional way. Like, I'm in grind mode because I need to save some money, but I'm not in hustle mode to where I'm about to stress myself out like I've been doing. Like, and when I said the lash and leave, she was like you need to put in the work to get clients. Like, girl, people are gonna book or they're not gonna book. And the fact that you have an issue with that, because I believe in manifestation and what's for me will not miss me. Like, no, girl, no. So I had to, it was basically a conversation where it was like a social media. I had to make an Instagram, y'all, because it was basically like, you need either post on your Instagram or you can't work here. That was basically what was said. It wasn't those exact words, but it was just basically like, if this isn't the spot for you, then like, that's okay, you know, somewhere else is gonna hire you. Like that. Like, okay. So I made my weekly Instagram with 9 followers, and I swear on everything, none of the bookings that I got were from the damn Instagram page. None of them. I don't know, I didn't go on like the booking site, but I know from like when I got new clients, it obviously said my years of experience. It said 7 years, because when I would introduce myself to new clients, like, oh yeah, you know, I saw that you were lashing 7 years. So clearly somewhere it said that, or it was told when, if they booked over the phone, whatever. So it's like, my work also speaks for itself. Like, it's just crazy. Like, and so it was funny how like literally I was booked. Like, I got some bookings later on, like, and I wasn't tripping on the weeks where I had 3 or 4 clients, because it's like, girl, I'm get the money either way. Like, you wanted me to worry and be stressed out. Like, no, I'm not letting you put that on me. Oh yeah, one other thing, like with the, I was talking about like little weird stuff. Like, so we got little trash cans, right? Mind you, there's only a few people. There's not even 10 people that work there, okay? We each have a little trash can. One of the girls, she would always empty out her trash can, but I don't want to say we weren't supposed to, but like usually someone else did that for us, right? Usually it was like the receptionist who would do it when they were like closed or open up the next day, whatever. So me, along with several other people, you know, we're like, okay, that's cool. Like, we decided to clean up our station, set it back upright, but they would do the trash. So I remember one time it was just me and this person there. It was just us two. And I was finishing up my client, right? All of the other trash cans got empty but mine. Do y'all see how like things just kept, it made me feel like it was just weird stuff. It was just weird stuff. Now, this person, my experience with this person is not going to be the same for everyone else, meaning like people get different versions of people, right? And I know that. But it's like, clearly somehow I was threatening or something. Like, I don't know. Like, I clearly just made her feel some type of way to where she would like pick at me, but it was so not obvious in most ways. Like, really good at showing that you're not, really good at making it seem like you're not picking, but you are. And it was crazy because I didn't realize it until way later, and I would start replaying stuff like, oh, connecting the dots, like, okay, that is, you were being shady right here too. You were trying to be funny in this situation too, in this conversation. It was just a hot mess, y'all. Like, I've said this before. Yeah, needed to make some money, great. really close to where I live. Didn't have to drive all the way to Charlotte. But it's like the energy, bro. The energy is so crazy. Okay, the energy is so crazy. Yeah, it was just a lot of like that fake caring. Like, oh, I want you to succeed. I want everyone to eat. Um, but it's like you don't want me to. You have a limit on it. If I go above this limit, now you're gonna feel some type of way. That's weird. That's so weird. That's so weird and hatery, bro. Now, I'm not the only person who has experienced this version of that person, but there are many other people who did not experience that because of whatever. Like I don't know. I don't know. That's not my job to know. I don't know. I just know the energy I was getting and the version I was getting was weird, shady from a person who's 3 times my age. You're 3 times my age. You shouldn't be acting like that. You shouldn't be acting 10 years younger than me. Okay, the last thing, y'all. The last thing I'm gonna cut this short because it's going on 20 minutes. Recently, I have 2 kids. Y'all know this. So insane. Okay. Now everyone there saw my kids. I post my kids on Instagram, on social media, on here, TikTok. I've posted my kids. I've not been like, oh, I don't want to post their face. Like I haven't. Me personally, I haven't done that because I feel like I am divinely protected. Anything weird coming across through the internet does not come this way towards me or my family, right? Friends and family, really friends who know my kids, none of them have pictures of my kids in their phone. I'm pretty sure they don't. And it wouldn't be weird if they did because you're my friend. We are locked in. We're cool. Family, plenty of my family members have a picture of my kids in their phone. Duh. Because they're your family too. Whatever the relation. Okay? Doesn't make me feel no way. Now, I was talking about the internet. I post my kids. Now there's some weird people out there, but I do not think that anyone is screenshotting pictures of my kids and just staring at them, whenever they feel like it. And if there is someone who was doing that, again, energy protection, and I don't interact or don't. If someone were to do that, I clearly don't know the person, and so there's like no physical energy exchanges, right? Block, because it's only through the internet, clearly. I genuinely do not even think there is nobody out there screenshotting pictures of my kids because that's weird. Okay? So, how to get all that out? I was asked, oh, Destiny, can you send me a picture of your kids? Send you a picture. Not show me a picture. Send to your phone so you can download it and do what with it? That's weird. That's weird. I cannot be the only one. Y'all know I'm big on energy. That's like asking somebody for a piece of their hair. For what? So you could do some, I don't know. You don't know people. It's like you don't know me. You don't know me for real. You don't know my kids. You don't know me. Like for real. Just because you worked with me for a couple months, girl. I don't know you and you don't know me. You've seen them 2 times. When's their birthday? What's their middle name? Like you don't know them. You don't know them. So when this was asked, a lot of things that were trying to be disguised as genuine or caring were usually asked out loud to make it seem less weird, right? Clock it, okay? If you got anybody that does that, pay attention, okay? Because this type of person, I am not used to a person that was as slick as this, like real good at being sneaky and ingenuine, but disguising it as such, right? Or disguising it as genuineness. So let me get back to the point. I'm chatting too much. When this was asked out loud, I was like, I tried to laugh it off, but immediately didn't sit right with my spirit. So I'm like, send you a picture. And I laugh it off, but I'm really laughing like, that's weird. Like, so I'm like, send you a picture. Why? So you could just look at them whenever what did I say? I was like, I laughed. I was like, why? So you can just look at them when you're laying in bed. Like, just like, you know how you just scroll through your phone, you're laying down. Like, that's weird. So the reply was like, try to like soften it a little bit, talking about some, had some pictures of these two boys from when they were young, or a video for when they were young, and now they're grown because you've known them their whole life, or whatever the reason was. I'm like, girl, that don't make me feel no better. Like, what? So, then I just left it at that. I ain't say nothing because I'm like, girl, I'm not sending you no picture of my kids. That's weird because you don't got no picture of me. Like, they're little. They need some. I'm their mother. I'm supposed to energetically, yes, physically, but I'm talking about spiritually, energetically protect them from all negativity, all any weird legion energy. No. So then it got asked again the next day, like, yeah, Destiny, so I'm serious. Like, can you send me a picture of them? They're so cute. Cause like I genuinely am not a mean person, y'all. Like I really am not a mean person. Like I'm talking junk, but I'm really not a mean person. You have to like really take me there to be like a whole different version of me. Like even when I'm in uncomfortable situations, I try not to be like super rude or disrespectful. It's only when someone is coming at me full force that I feel like I gotta be go full force, right? So even then, it's coming off like in a, oh, like I still want that picture. So I'm trying to be like nice about it because I'm like really turning you down. Like, girl, no. So I was like, yeah, Destiny, I was serious. Like, can you send me that picture? I was serious about you sending me the picture of the kids. And I was like, just what I just said to y'all. I was like, I'm real big on energy, and I'm their mom. I gotta, just protect them and stuff. I said something like that. But the key words I said was, I'm big on energy. I'm bigger on energy and protecting them. And the reply was, wait, do I have bad energy? And it's like the fact that that was your reply, you ought to know I was not going for that. Like, what? Just because you dressed it up all nice and innocent and genuine, you think I'm going to go for that? Because no, girl, do I look slow? Do I look slow? Do I look slow, y'all? Like, I've been looking at myself a lot in the mirror. I don't think I look slow. I know a lot of people, they're like, yeah, she's so naive because I give off the energy like I'm so nice, but I'm not slow. I just really genuinely be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. Okay, just like that one time where I was the only person, that did get paid, try to genuinely give the benefit of the doubt. But the conversation following the next day where it was like, yeah, after the apology in the text message, it was like, yeah, I just want to apologize in person. Like the fact that you repeat in person twice proves that your apology is not genuine, girl. Like, go cut it out. So when she was like, yeah, do I have bad energy? I didn't say nothing. And a couple people, there was multiple conversations going on in the salon. So then like two people were like, wait, what? And I just ain't say nothing because I'm like, you asked the question when you already know the answer. Like, you're being weird. Mind you, all I said was energy. So, okay, I'm trying to make this quick because finish this video. So, it was like a day or two later. Jamal, like the kid, Soul got out early in school or something, and like my granddad had his car, so I had got dropped off at work, so Jamal had to get the kids and then come pick me up from work. So he's so funny, he brought them both in there, right? And so, well, also Soul had to use the bathroom, but he brought them both in there. So she's like, oh my God, like, oh my God, I just love them. Yeah, you can love them. That's separate, but like, not love them, but like, little kids. Like, oh, you're just so cute. I love you. But at the same time, girl, like, not even on anything weird. I just feel like because I was leaving the shop and you knew I was leaving, why am I going to leave you with an energetic tie to me? Like, and in the most innocent and purest way, which is my kids. Like, do y'all understand where I'm coming from? Like, I didn't think it was on no like weird stuff. I'm just saying, like, in terms of you almost trying to attack me or spiritually attack me, you trying to, I don't know, hex me or something through them. That's really what I felt like. Like, you was trying to get to me through them because you still got a tie, because you got a picture of them. Like, that's just energy lingering, and I don't play that. So she said, Oh my gosh, I asked Destiny the other day for a picture of the kids, and she was like, no, you're gonna suck their souls away. Or she said something about like sucking their souls. Like, what? What? I didn't even say nothing like that, but you like, it's like, what? You know, you're not slow. This person is not slow at all. No shape, form, or fashion. So it's just crazy. Like when people, it's like you telling on yourself, like you knew that that's weird. You asking, you don't know me, you haven't worked for me, or you haven't worked with me for 5 years. Like you don't know me, you don't know my kids. Like, hey, can I see a picture of them? What do they look like? Oh yeah, they're so cute. Yeah, all of that. But send a picture to your send. Yo, keyword is send, send, and wanting to save it. So you just have that tied to me. No, girl. When I'm gone, well, I am gone. But like when I'm gone, you don't need to think about me. You don't even need to just talk about me. But I know that's not the case because this person just be chat, talk, gossip. I've seen it in action too many times. Okay, then want to be fake and talk. Oh yeah, give the same energy to the person they were just talking about. No, I'm not falling for none of that. So, yeah, no. I know I'm being talked about, to whatever degree, good or bad, mixture, fakeness, I don't know, and I really don't care. But I just had to get all that out, you know what I'm saying? Because it was just a lot of weird energy. And that's like not even every single thing. Like there was a lot of little stuff every single day. Like the hi, how are you? That fake, because I do that. If I don't really like somebody and I gotta talk to them, I know that voice. So like you don't gotta give me that voice. Like just say hey. Like you doing too much. But yeah, child. I just needed to get that out. I generally need to get that out. And yes, there were a lot of lessons. I always appreciate lessons, okay? Because they always prepare you for something bigger. You know what I'm saying? The only word I can really think is bigger, but like maybe a more complicated situation, a situation that where more things are on the line, right? So like you gotta tighten up, learn this lesson, act how you need to act, do what you need to do accordingly. So I appreciate it. I genuinely do. I appreciate the lessons. Because boy, oh boy, I ain't never met one of them before. Can't say that I have, but I have now. So now I know how to peep it, right? Lessons. But anywho, y'all, I didn't know I did a lot of junk talking, but honestly, at the end of the day, I just outgrew that environment. I outgrew this current situation that I'm in. I know there are bigger things for me. I learned also like what not to do when running my own business on a higher scale than what I have done thus far. So, yeah. Have y'all had any crazy bosses? Crazy coworkers? Y'all had to have. I know everybody has at least once or twice. But man, I don't know if it was on the scale that mine was. Because I am not like a glare at you because I don't look at you. I ignore you. I don't look at you. I don't talk to you. You don't exist to me. Because that really kills people. Like, you being mean to people makes them feel good. Like, oh yeah, I'm getting under her skin. But you ignore people's existence. Oh Lord, they don't know how to act. But yeah, so if y'all had some crazy work experiences, let me know. Let me know that I'm not alone. Okay? Please. And what lesson did you learn? Oh. All right, y'all. I want to get up here. I got some clothes to fold, okay? Deuce, bye.